welcome to my YouTube. My name is Madison Moore. I'm a 25-year-old stay-at-home. On my channel, I like to talk about all things frugal living, living on a single income, and homemaking. So if that is your vibe, please consider subscribing. But today's video is a really exciting one because we are in our new rental. We have officially moved to country New South Wales, and I wanted to film our second week living here and do a little reset to get our life and our routines back in order type of video because the move really took it out of us. We pretty much went through all of our savings that we had planned for the move, which I mean is a great thing that we had the savings there, obviously, but now we just want to rebuild a bit of a buffer and get back into our normal spending routines. So what better way to challenge ourselves to do that than by attempting a no spend week. So it is Tuesday right now. I didn't start this video yesterday because it was actually my husband's first day at his new job, and things were just a little bit chaotic at that point. But I'm happy to report that we actually didn't spend anything yesterday except for our rent, which was $510 for the week. And other than that, we had no other bills come out and there was no discretionary spending. So with that behind us, I'm feeling pretty positive about the rest of the week, and I'm going to try and challenge myself to try and do some sort of free activity with my toddler every day. So I'm just planning on taking you along with us for the week, kind of vlog style, and just break down how much we end up spending, which will hopefully be $0 on things other than bills. We might do one sort of family activity on the weekend to kind of celebrate my husband's first... Oh, thank you, Bubba. To celebrate my husband's first week of work. But other than that, we have nothing else planned. So let's see how well we can stick to that.
Don't know if I can find my way out. I'm stuck in a prison of doubt.
It is a little while later on Tuesday and I had to do a top-up shop. So I went to Kohl's and I've kept the receipt. So I thought I would show you what I got. I just got one of these glass flip-top bottles to put some of our filtered water in the fridge to get it cold. By the way, this is like a we just moved into a new house kind of haul. Got some silicone ice trays because we need a couple more of these. I use these to freeze things like pureed chicken liver and bone broth. I also picked up some shortbread cream. It was 40% off for like all the Arno's range, and I have been really craving these to have with a cup of tea. I got some flat mushrooms. We've been having these sauteed in some butter with some eggs, some good old classic Sunlight soap. I have a couple of stained items from the thrift shop that I really want to try and get looking nice and new again. I got an 18-pack of pasture-raised eggs. And the last food item I got was some cream because I randomly decided tonight we're gonna have potato bake instead of roast potatoes because I'm over it. Also, a bit of a hack if you see this video in the next week, Kohl's is having 40% off all of the Pyrex range products. And we do a lot of meal prep, and a couple of our containers broke in the move / have gone missing. So I got the glass Pyrex with, I think it's like a silicone lid. I really love these. So I got the circle 1.65 liters. And then I got 2 of the rectangle 1.4 liter ones. These stack so nicely on top of each other. I think these will be perfect for meal prep, but also for postpartum freezer prep. And I love that these can go in the oven as well. I also stopped into Kaiser Craft because they're having 70% off, and we really needed something to put our utensils on when we're cooking. I think our last one broke like a couple of months ago and we just never got it. But because they were having 70% off, this was down from $23 to $6.98. So I guess this is like technically a discretionary spending purchase, but we definitely needed it for the house. And with it being on sale, I wasn't gonna hold off until the end of this low spend week, because that would defeat the whole point of trying to save money and shop on special when we can.
I don't know if I can find my way out.
Roll. Hello, it is now Wednesday, the middle of the week, and I just thought I would hop on to report how we've been going with our low spend challenge today. And I am very happy to say that it has been a no spend. So we have had no discretionary spending, and we also haven't had any bills or anything come out. This is a pretty chill week for bills, except we will have to pay our rent and our mortgage this week for the first and last time ever since we settle tomorrow. But anyway, I am happy with that. We have stayed home today. We've just been in cozy loungewear, hanging out, pottering around in the backyard. It is so lovely to finally have like a proper backyard with a toddler. If you know, you know. But our free activity of the day was doing some baking. This is a great one. We do this all the time, so I wouldn't even consider this like doing something new for us. But we decided to make a new recipe at least. We did the Farmhouse on Boone sourdough discard Pop-Tart recipe with some homemade raspberry chia jam. Hello! My little guy is just bringing over the laundry basket of stuff we need to hang out, so we'll go outside again and put some stuff on the line. But I will include some clips of the baking. It was really fun getting him involved, and it was a super simple recipe. I actually had everything we needed for it already, which is why I chose it. Didn't have to go and buy anything. I didn't have icing sugar, but I probably wouldn't have put the glaze on anyway since my toddler ate them and he's only 19 months old. But I also didn't want to have to go do another top-up shop to get that. And holy moly, I'm so out of breath. I'm 28 weeks pregnant as of tomorrow, and yeah, we're just really having a good time hanging out at home. I do feel the urge to spend a little bit just to get out of the house, like go and get in a coffee and a muffin or something, so we'll probably treat ourselves to that next week. We've also just got the slow cooker on already for dinner. We're having like a shredded Mexican slow cooked beef. I'm doing it in the Instant Pot. And that's pretty much all we need to do for the day. All of our kitchen stuff is done. We have been in here a lot today, so I'll be excited to put my feet up when my husband gets home and enjoy our dinner. That's probably all that I have to share for today, but I'll check in with you guys again tomorrow and see how we go. Can you whisk? This is my attempt at an update for Thursday. I will just go over everything. Okay. I don't know how this is gonna work. Maybe I'll just try and hold you guys. I just wanted to go over everything we have spent or are planning to spend for today. It is Thursday. This is a pay day for us. So we have put $150 into our emergency fund and $165 to our car sinking fund. We are also planning on going and getting a little dessert tonight. Probably just like a McDonald's McFlurry or a caramel sundae or something like that to celebrate after dinner, because our house is officially sold today. It's settlement day, so that is very exciting and definitely deserves some celebration. So I will put what the tally of that probably McDonald's spending is, which isn't in the spirit of a no spend week, but It's not every day your first home sells, so we will definitely be taking that as a win. But sorry, my toddler is just behind the camera filming, so if it's a bit shaky, I apologize. He's just woken up from his nap and we are about to head off, so I will insert some clips from that.
I don't know if I can find my way out.
Just jumping on here to say that we have completed our free activity for the day. We decided to be brave. We went to the Regional Art Museum in our area and it was great. We were only there for like 30 minutes max because that's pretty much the only amount of time I could get my toddler to either stay in the pram or be held. It's definitely not an area for him to run around, but it was nice to check it out because we are planning on booking in for next term to do their like arts and crafts program. They have like a 0 to 6 one, which I think will be really fun. But it was definitely a win for the free activity. You do have to donate to get in, but I donated with cash, so it's free in my mind. But you can obviously choose your donation, which is the good thing about it. And in terms of activities, it is relatively low cost as well. We didn't get anything from the cafe there. We had a smoothie before we left home, and now we actually have a fair bit of time before we have to pick up my husband from work, so I think we're just gonna go to the playground. It is Friday now and we are ready for playgroup, which is just a bring some fruit to share entry fee, so we don't have to pay for this playgroup, which is handy. It's like a music playtime kind of thing, which we really enjoy. I have good news and bad news. Good news is we didn't actually have to pay our mortgage because we settled on a Thursday and our mortgage was due on a Friday. So that is around $606 we would have spent, but we do not need to spend anymore, which is handy. Bad news is I think our low spend probably ends here. We have some purchases we need to do tonight, and then I think we probably will celebrate a little bit this weekend. It's been a big time. We've moved 5 hours away. My husband started a new job and our house just sold. And it's kind of our first like real normal weekend here. So I'm just being real. I'm so out of breath. It is so hard talking to the camera. I think we will get dinner out tonight and probably coffee or something tomorrow. And I think I'm going to start going to the one Mums and Bubs prenatal Pilates class that the town offers. I think it'll be a good way to meet people, and I would just love to get back into doing some sort of like formal movement Pilates class kind of thing. It'll only be once a week, but yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now. My toddler just threw some banana on the floor, so I'm gonna clean that up and then we are going to get ready and go to playgroup, which I probably won't film anything because if I don't even show my own son on the internet, I am not showing other people's children. So you'll just have to take my word for it. We are going to playgroup. I'm just coming on to end this video now. It is the start of the next week, and I don't know if you can tell by my voice, but we have been hit with sickness in the past couple of days. So things ended up going a little bit differently. I didn't end up tracking any of our spending on Sunday. I have the numbers from Friday and Saturday to share with you, but it has been rough the past couple of days. I knew it was going to happen because we had just moved and it's the middle of winter and everyone's been a bit exhausted, so we were definitely susceptible to the cold. I have my laptop here with me now and I'll just go over the numbers. So on Friday our free activity was playgroup. We did end up spending $19.30 at Woolies for a top-up shop, which included some fruit that I brought along to playgroup. And we also put in our order. I didn't realize it was coming up, but our beef order was due for this coming month, so that was $290, and this is for around 10 kilos of beef that we will pick up from a local farm. Then we went out for dinner, as I was kind of alluding towards. So we spent $70 and $47 on burgers, which kind of feels insane. We've been getting our toddler like a kid's meal, but he doesn't really eat enough, but he eats enough where if like he eats from our plate, then we're not getting enough food. So it's a weird stage, and we'll probably wrap up a lot of the eating out as a family coming up, especially now that we're gonna have 2 kids. I also spent $5.08 on some frozen yogurt. On Saturday, I bought a 3-pack class thing for Pilates, and I ended up going to 1 Pilates class on Saturday as well, the prenatal Pilates. That was $55. And then we also got petrol, which was $106.07. Here is the final breakdown. So on needs, things like petrol, rent, groceries, that was $986.34, which was 68% of our weekly spending. Wants was $149.59, which was 10%, which I was surprised it was this low. This was definitely the success, the real win of the no spend challenge. And savings was $315, so around 22% of our weekly spending. The total amount that we spent for the week was $1,450.93. So that is our no spend challenge finalized. I'd say we did alright. We definitely could have done a little bit better. There were a few purchases and things that I hadn't really thought about that were going to be coming out. Obviously we went out for dinner as well, but all in all I would say that that was a pretty good way to kind of reset, get back in the swing of things, and hopefully we can just continue having lower spend weeks and finding a new normal in the coming months in our new home, in our new area. So if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing, and I can't wait to take you along for the rest of our financial journey and just general life, homemaking, living in the country, and trying to slow down. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you are having a beautiful day.